Hey folks, welcome to Clipsy's Bricks. Today we are going to look at starting the city. If you remember my last video, I revealed the new big table. Big table. So what I've got here is equivalent to 9.5 base plates long by, sorry, 8.5 base plates long by 2 base plates deep. Those are the 32 by 32 stud base plates. And to start, I figured I would throw up my original 3 modulars. These are the three modulars I got that started me on the city building kick back in mid 2010s, probably 2014ish. I think the brick bank was pretty new at the time, as well as the Palace Cinema. And I think it was right after the pet shop had retired, so I was able to actually pick that up almost at cost, I think, at the time. I also figured since these 3 modules have been in storage for a number of years, I'd take the opportunity, since I just moved, to get them out, dust them off. I upgraded the bases to add some stability, and also to be the same as the rest of my my builds now. One thing I did is I kept the original base plate with each of the builds, and then I made sure that the plate layer under the tiles is of the same color that the original base plate was. I don't know, just my own OCD. And also, this way I keep all the original parts for each build or for each set together. So we're going to jump over to some shaky hand, hopefully not too shaky hand cam photos here to show these beauties off. Love the architecture. Palestinian is one of the more unique modulars. Pet shop, although pretty standard, also give us some of the early years, I guess, of the modulars, and you can see where the modulars kind of got their start. By this point, we're getting a little bit more details inside. I also really kind of like the this idea where we got in 2 buildings now. And then by far my favorite, the brick bank. I do have plans to add another floor to this building. So I'll basically take this middle section and add on to it to raise it up just a little bit. I think it needs a little bit grander stature. And also you got the suds and soaps and sud over there. So some great buildings. Also, just a note, I'm still working out the lighting in the new studio space, so please bear with me. The shadows are a little intense here. All right, I think from what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw up all of my modular mocks, so all the builds I have done or am currently working on. Let's get them up onto the city space and see what we have, take a look, and then we're going to go from there. Now's a great time to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. All right, as you can see, there's all my mocks, both in progress, be it the botanical gardens and the wine bar, and then the finished ones with the museum, the tattoo shop with drugstore, the apothecary, and of course the grocery store with the casino up on the 3rd floor or 2nd floor, depending if you're in Europe or the States, or North America. And so if I put out all of my current builds, so stuff I've done basically within the last 2 odd years, I'm pretty much out of space already for my city. So I think we're gonna have to rethink this. Um, and as much as I love the museum, uh, uh, I think it's too big. I think it's gonna have to go back into storage. So, but if you want to see more of that or any of the other builds, definitely check out my other videos. All right, so I threw in the boutique hotel because I've just recently, um, well, I guess the one I built this year, and I think this really highlights an issue when you're trying to build a small city or you've got a limited space. As amazing as the modulars are, um, and even my you know my own builds, which are built to the modular standard, um, they take up a lot of space when you don't have a lot of real estate to begin with. I think what I'm going to do then is, like I said, a museum. Unfortunately, the museum's got to go. It's way too big for this space. The botanical gardens. Let's see if we can rotate around here. The botanical gardens, I think, is going to hang out while I'm working on it, but ultimately, too, it's probably going to have to go into storage after I get finished. We'll see, though. I really do like the terrain and whatnot, but these big civic buildings just way too much space. They take up way too much space. Um, I really like kind of what I'm doing here with the tattoo shop and drugstore, and even um, the apothecary and the grocery store as well, where they're not using up the entire base plate, because that's something I really like, and is kind of different. Sorry, here we're just going to move the camera a little bit. It's something different than what shows up in the official modulars, because typically the official modulars go right to the edge of the base plate and they just one right after another, kind of like in the beginning of the video when I had those, this is Palace Cinema, the pet shop, and the Brick Bank all together. It was just one solid wall of buildings. I'm really liking kind of this look where you have this negative space between buildings. Kind of gives you some alleyways. I think it adds a lot of interest, and I think that's kind of the direction I want to continue to build in. And then, just so you guys can see, I'm going to throw some roads on here just to give you an idea of what this layout will look like with some of the roads, of course, using the newer road plates. So I will build these up onto actual standard Mills plates, but I'll put the burger truck in there and the Range Rover for scale. But I think that'll give us, some interest, with being able to do some street views or street scenes. And then also, I still have, 16 studs worth of space in front, which I don't know, maybe we throw a railroad track in there or some park setting or something. But that's kind of where I'm thinking so far. I don't know. Let me know what you think about my plan here. We can make some decisions about the modules. I would like to. I'm going to keep the uh, boutique hotel in the city though for now, and then I also plan to keep these other builds, including, of course, the wine bar, which I will be getting back to building here now that I've kind of finally unpacked and got things sorted out. I'm going to make a concerted effort to get some progress done on both the wine bar and, of course, the botanical gardens over there. But just to touch again on one of the points is I think when you're dealing with a small space, in order to get as much variety and or build variety, and scenes. I really think that smaller buildings um, go a long way to creating that variety and then creating a more unique street scene. Don't get me wrong, I love the modulars; they're amazing. I have almost all of them. Still waiting on that, getting that museum, but I have a museum, so um, it's future future issue. But I'm really liking. I think for my city, I'm going to focus on my own builds, just so I have some uniqueness, and I really enjoy building them. Well, if you've made it this far in the video, you haven't gotten tired of me rambling on. Uh, appreciate you. Appreciate the continued support for the channel. I wanted to mention also recently did hit the first tier of monetization, so I have opened up the um, the super chat feature. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think as far as would you want me to do some kind of uh, channel membership thing? Maybe do some behind the scenes videos for channel members. I don't know. Give me some ideas. Um, let's let's build this together. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate again everyone's ongoing support in the comments. I read them all, and until next time, I'll hopefully start getting some updates here out and a little bit more frequent. Now that, like I said, now that I've finished unpacking and feel like I can finally start tinkling around with the city. I also, because in some of the video you may have noticed the pile of things in the floor in the corner. I got a couple other set to mock kind of things I'm working on. Got some other ideas. We're going to go to space. um, but that's all. Thanks, guys, and take care. Big heart.